Alright, guys, this is the end of an era. Let's finish this. Chapter 5, The Worst People to Handle Skibidi Toilet. Oh, by the way, the reason I wasn't really able to film early today like I usually do is because I kind of lost my phone for a few. Let's just get started. It's been lagging all day. Forgot. I muted this. Ready?
When a sequel is made not by its creator and not by a hardcore fan who knows every detail of the project by heart, a company can show the original author's name in the intro for an hour straight. The audience will still see that he has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Actually, he has a point. Like I said,
considering into whose clumsy hands Skibidi Toilet ended up, I'm sure they still don't realize that the entire episode 79 was a message to the viewers. Just think about it. Even knowing the context, that they ignore and erase Alexei from his own project during production, they still didn't understand that episode 79 has a hidden meaning. And with their own hands, they published it. They simply don't understand the author's trolling. They don't catch that he's openly mocking them, in posts and in email replies, copying their speech patterns and communication style. They just can't put one and one together. And there's a direct reference to this inside episode 79 itself. There too, the enemies literally can't hit Polycephaly TV Man, who symbolizes the creator of Skibidi Toilet, and he says that they can't hit him at all. And when it turns out that tracking devices are installed everywhere, that's a metaphor for how in real life, he can't say anything openly, as if he's being listened to everywhere. In a post by Zach Dorr, a YouTuber who has a contract with Invisible Narratives and helped make the base in episode 79, it's stated that the contract includes a clause forbidding him from saying anything bad about the company. Considering that Boom's contract is almost certainly even stricter, it's no surprise he doesn't say anything directly and speaks only between the lines. The Skibidi Toilet project, throughout its entire history before Invisible took over, was a project from a fan for fans. But as soon as traditional modern Hollywood, in the worst sense of the word, stepped in, with its hyper-focus solely on numbers and money, it all turned into sterile, legally polished, refined crap that's impossible to watch without tears. Those YouTubers who still don't see the obvious and keep saying, it'll get better in the next episodes, or even claim, this is good because now episodes will come out more often, are either blatantly lying, or they really don't care about the future of Skibidi Toilet, or they simply don't understand the situation and believe Invisible's words that Boom is producing something. By the way, I'll respond to another point the company brought up during our call. Again, I don't remember it word for word, but roughly their view of what they're doing sounded like this. Releasing episodes once every 3 to 4 months is unacceptable. Whether you like it or not, Skibidi Toilet became a commercial project after Boom sold the rights in 2023. Running a business requires fulfilling legal and financial obligations, so Boom needs to collaborate with the team for ST to keep existing. Basically, with these words, they twist the meaning and try to blame everything on Mr. Boom. No,
they need to come out every 3 to 4 months for higher quality. I don't care if it's like every year. That's pretty much how long we usually gotta wait for the Amazing Digital Circus. Which they've been working on episode 8 and also episode 7 or 8, and also working on the finale at the same exact time. Like, that's not good. That's like if I just completely didn't care about anything I was working on and just released them less and less.
OST didn't become a business. You decided to milk it for cash. What does Boom have to do with your greed? Your job is toys and collabs, and even with that, you handled it with mixed success. If we nitpick, even there things were far from perfect. But we ignored it because some of the toys were actually good. And back then, we didn't have the full context we have now. You have tons of fan-made channels under your wing. So why are you so obsessed with Boom? Why are you demanding speed from him at the cost of quality instead of supporting the fandom and its creator? You've got Michael Bay himself working with you, the creator of Transformers with breakthrough SGI graphics, and you launch this kind of crap on a channel with tens of millions of views. What kind of business is that? You literally cut costs on everything while only losing revenue, and now tons of creators are threatening to leave, taking away your merch promotion and profit share. You are literally parasitizing on Skibidi Toilet and killing it with every move you make. What team is Boom supposed to work with? The one you're talking about. With a team of harmful, efficient managers? The exact kind of company you are? You're not just useless, you're actively harmful. Bring Boom back before it's too late. Otherwise, your whole scheme will collapse in a couple of months because your content farm approach is killing Skibidi. Views are melting before our eyes. How are you planning to earn in 6 months? In a year? You'll just end up selling the project for pennies to whoever offers more, because you're not even trying to develop the franchise long term. You're trying to loot as much as possible right now without thinking ahead. And how hypocritical it is to blame Boom for short-sightedness, when his approach of focusing on quality instead of quantity was the only right one. It was exactly this approach and exactly this strategy to make everything as high quality as possible that raised Skibidi Toilet to such heights. And when I see you making a post celebrating that your live stream got 8 million views, I honestly feel like throwing up from the level of hypocrisy. Adam Goodman even reposts it, presenting those 8 million as their great achievement. Any live stream on Alexei's channel would have hit 8 million, even if you streamed a black screen, because it's Boom's channel. Viewers are used to everything coming from him being a masterpiece. For context, if someone doesn't know, the stream lasted a couple of days and showed a countdown to the premiere of the first Emergence episode, meaning, for their own series, they launched the very first stream on Boom's channel and cranked viewer expectations up even higher for the debut episode. The scale of the build-up was so huge that we, as viewers, genuinely expected a series on the level of Transformers in terms of quality. So yeah, what I'm saying is, they don't even realize that by releasing such blatantly shitty content, they're just killing the channel's safety margin that Boom built. People are starting to stop caring about what comes out. Viewers are getting used to trash and are less and less willing to click on new videos. Because of that, views are dropping even more. And on the call, when I asked why the views were falling, they gave some childish excuse like something with YouTube algorithms, a new update so the videos didn't hit recommendations. They don't even realize that views dropped because of bad retention and viewers losing interest in clicking. They have zero understanding of YouTube and how it actually works. Without exaggeration, you could make an entire documentary film about this whole story. Everywhere you look, there are problems and consequences of their unprofessionalism. I could talk for 10 hours straight about what else is wrong with this company. While I was making this video, they already managed to release some more crap. And there's a ton of problems there too. I don't even see the point in repeating myself. But what made me laugh the most was
creating custom clothing
Of
with
course.
Tap Stitch is simple. Start by choosing a garment, then click Design Now. On the left,
Anyways,
you'll
go
see
check
4
out
main tools.
Boom's new channel,
Upload lets you add your
Door
artwork or
Closer, which is one of his friend's
was that they
channels too.
released a trailer for the series after they had already shown the first episode of this same series. In what universe do you have to live to pull off such surrealism? Right now, the Skibidi Toilet series is going through its most difficult period, and its outcome will decide the future not only of Boom himself, but of all YouTubers who create content in this universe. This is already leading to a massive outflow of viewers, and unfortunately, the process has already begun. Because this company owns not only the creator's channel, but all the rights to the characters, they can delete any content or control any creator who makes something in this universe. People like me, my friends, colleagues, and many other creators. In our fandom, there are dozens of talented people making Skibidi Toilet animations, edits, breakdowns, and more. Since the list of YouTubers planning to leave if this continues is constantly growing, and I don't want to rewrite the script every time, screenshots of creators who are unhappy with Invisible Narrative's actions will appear on screen during my monologue. The reason for this unprecedented backlash from fans is far from just bad quality of the new content. The problem is that they want to erase Boom. They want to push out the person thanks to whom they even have money and the ability to exist. Without Alexei, their company is absolute nothing. And Alexei proved that with his brilliant move of pretending nothing is happening and handing them control of the channel so viewers could see who they are without him. And even the nickname Dafuk Boom belongs to them. Alexei will literally have to change his name if he decides to start from scratch. And I'm sure that if we lose, everyone will follow Alexei. In the end, we'll win the war even if we lose the battle. We have something they don't. Genuine love for the creation.
Chapter 6, The Final Truth.
And now we've reached the main question of this video. Who is to blame for all of this? After everything's said, it's obvious that the ones at fault are invisible narratives and everyone there who makes decisions. Yes, you can fairly say that Boom is also guilty because he sold them the rights. But considering how many times he proved that
Boom didn't even know that they were going to take control of his entire channel. And also, this situation is kind of just ridiculous. Like, they're acting like they're kids. Invisible Narratives wants something Boom wants, but Boom had something Invisible Narratives wanted. So, it's just like a kid situation. But anyways, it's both of their fault. First of all, Boom didn't even know that they were going to take control of his channel. And Invisible Narratives is just Invisible Narratives.
that quality is his top priority, if he had known this company would turn out to be so talentless and so empty, with nothing behind their words, he would never have agreed to it. Even if we assume the theory that his goal was simply to make money and retire, he would have handed the franchise to decent people, not to them, if he'd known they were hollow. Yes, he made a mistake in 2023 by signing that contract, but given how sincerely he spoke about Michael Bay's films, it's clear he genuinely wanted his franchise to be taken to a new level, the one Adam Goodman promised. Instead, he got the complete opposite. And since legally he can't do anything and can't say anything directly, there's only one option left: to fix everything with the power of true fans. By the way, I want to note that there are good people in this company too. Overall, when you talk to them personally, you don't get the feeling they're some cartoon villains in suits. And that's why I even feel sorry for them. They're just hostages of bad leadership. The whole problem is that the company has absolutely no idea how to work with YouTube or how to talk to an audience. They don't understand even the basics. And even from a business standpoint, their strategy is terrible. They've surrounded themselves only with those who speak positively about their work. And almost any criticism is unwelcome there. That's why nothing changes, even when we're screaming at full volume. They live in their own sterile vacuum. Please, go back to doing what you were once actually good at. Adam Goodman, I'm asking you, leave Skibidi Toilet alone. I made this video not to insult anyone or send an angry mob after them, but to bring the truth to a wider audience. If they hadn't touched the project, we wouldn't care who sells the toys. All viewers want is basic human respect for the franchise and for the creators working within it. No matter how angry I get, I genuinely feel sorry for them. I'm not a confrontational person. I always try to help fix not just the mistake, but its cause. And the root of this problem turned out to be deeper than we'd like. The best and fastest solution to this problem, as I see it, is to return the rights to Mr. Boom. But we don't live in a fairy tale, so an option where the rights are sold to a new company that actually knows what it's doing is also perfectly fine. If that doesn't happen, then it's obvious there will be a blackout from the fandom. Many of the good YouTubers will gradually move to other fandoms, and as a company, you'll be left with nothing. It's only a matter of time. And the scenario where invisible narratives suddenly realize everything and fix it is, unfortunately, very unlikely. If they really wanted to, they would have already taken at least one step forward. But there's no action, only pretty words. Just like in their series Emergence, in reality they only talk and never show anything in practice. And the golden rule is, show, don't tell. That's why it's especially ironic that Boom's silence has drowned out the company's shouting. That is
So,
the true
Mr.
power
E?
of storytelling.
I'm not
To
Mr.
wrap
E,
up,
buddy.
I want to dispel the
Mr.
pessimism
M?
around what the fandom
What?
is doing right now. At first
For a
glance, it
monkey?
might seem like all our actions are
That makes
pointless,
sense.
since the rights to ST and Boom's
How about
channel
Mr. H?
legally belong to Invisible. But I want you to listen
My
very carefully
name's
to what I'm about
literally.
to say.
You can
The
just
more we
literally call me
expose
by
who
my
they
name,
really
but I'm
are, the more they
trying to
panic.
finish
Why?
this.
Because they're afraid of us. Because without us, their business is worthless. How are they going to make money off a fandom from which most YouTubers will soon leave, taking the audience with them? Boom's brilliant gambit has backfired on them. Views are collapsing faster than you can blink. Now it's our turn to act. So every repost of videos like mine, every tweet, every new video on this topic helps push this story into the global spotlight. Iron Cameraman is out.
Finally finished it. And that's it, guys. We finally finished it. Yay. After almost for like a few days now, this is done. That's it.
5 years later.
Pretty much. This whole video was 1 hour, 16 minutes long, and
yeah,
24
it took you that
seconds.
long.
I wanted to split into multiple parts, but anyways, guys, it's done. We finished it. Like I said, go check out Boom's old channel, aka Door Closer, where he's uploading stuff on there now. And this has been this series. Peace.